Hi, I'm Dimple, your health and spiritual wellness mentor. This message was generated fresh on December 31st, 2025, 1816. You've been doing everything right for your blood sugar. The meds, the diet changes, the exercise. So why are your numbers still stuck in the 180s, 200s, even 300s? Here's what your doctor isn't telling you: it's probably not your willpower. It's not even the food you think it is. Let me guess. You check your fasting blood sugar every morning, and it's high. You eat what you think is a healthy breakfast, maybe oatmeal, maybe whole wheat toast, and 2 hours later, you're at 220. You skip lunch to be good, and by 3 p.m. you're starving, shaky, and your blood sugar somehow went up instead of down. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Millions of people are stuck in this exact cycle right now. And here's the kicker: the advice you've been following, some of it is actually making things worse. Today, I'm going to show you the 5 hidden reasons your blood sugar stayed high all year and why 2025 could finally be different. Reason 1: the breakfast betrayal. Let's start with breakfast, because this is where most people sabotage their entire day without knowing it. You were told to eat whole grains, oatmeal, whole wheat toast, hard healthy cereal, maybe some orange juice because it has vitamin C. Here's the truth: you just ate 60 to 80 grams of carbohydrates, and your blood sugar responded exactly how it should, by skyrocketing. But wait, you think, isn't whole wheat better than white bread? Yes. Like falling from the second floor instead of the third floor. You're still falling. The problem isn't that you're eating bad carbs instead of good carbs. The problem is that you're front-loading your most insulin-resistant time of day with a massive carb bomb. Your body's cortisol levels are highest in the morning. Your cells are naturally more resistant to insulin when you wake up. And you just threw gasoline on that fire. The fix: start with protein and fat. Eggs, Greek yogurt, nuts, avocado. Save the carbs for later in the day when your insulin sensitivity is better. Watch what happens to your morning numbers. Reason 2: the stress factor nobody talks about. Here's a question: have you been stressed this year? Of course you have. We all have. Now here's what that stress did to your blood sugar while you were worried about everything else: it raised it significantly. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline. These are fight or flight hormones, and one of their main jobs is to dump glucose into your bloodstream so you have energy to run from the tiger. Except there's no tiger. There's just your job, your family responsibilities, your financial worries, the news, traffic, that argument you had 3 days ago that you're still thinking about. Your body doesn't know the difference. So it keeps releasing glucose all day long. This is why you can eat the exact same meal on a calm day versus a stressful day and get completely different blood sugar readings. It's not the food, it's the stress. The fix: I'm not going to tell you to just relax. That's useless advice. Instead, do this: take 5 deep breaths before each meal. Literally just 5. Breathe in for 4 counts, out for 6 counts. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system and can lower your blood sugar by 20 to 30 points in some people. It takes 60 seconds. Reason 3: you're not actually moving enough. But I exercise, you say. I go for a 30-minute walk every morning. That's great. Truly. But here's what you're doing the other 23.5 hours of the day: sitting. You sit in your car. You sit at your desk. You sit during lunch. You sit during dinner. You sit and watch TV. You're sedentary for 12, 14, 16 hours a day, and your 30-minute walk, while beneficial, can't overcome that. Here's why this matters: when your muscles don't move, they don't need glucose. When they don't need glucose, they don't pull it from your bloodstream. It just sits there, circulating, causing damage. The fix: set a timer for every hour. When it goes off, stand up and move for 2 minutes. Walk around your house. Do 10 squats. Dance to one song. It doesn't matter what you do, just move. Studies show that breaking up prolonged sitting with light activity every hour can improve blood sugar control as much as a single longer exercise session. Reason 4: your sleep is destroying everything. Be honest, how much sleep did you get last night? 6 hours? 5? I'll catch up on the weekend? Here's what happens when you don't sleep enough: your body becomes insulin resistant. Dramatically so. One night of poor sleep, just one night, can make your cells 30% less responsive to insulin. That's the same level of insulin resistance you'd see in someone who's pre-diabetic. Now multiply that by every night you didn't sleep well this year. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that week in March when you couldn't turn your brain off, last month when you were binge-watching that show until 2 a.m. You weren't just tired. You were biochemically programming your body to be diabetic. The fix: 7 hours minimum. Non-negotiable. Yes, even if you have stuff to do. Because when you sleep, your body resets its insulin sensitivity. Think of sleep as the nightly reboot your blood sugar system desperately needs. Reason 5: you're eating healthy foods that aren't. This is the one that gets everyone. Fruit smoothies. Granola. Protein bars. Whole grain crackers. Yogurt with fruit on the bottom. You're eating these thinking you're being healthy, but let me show you what you're actually consuming. That smoothie? 40 to 60 grams of sugar, even with no added sugar. That granola? Might as well eat cookies. That protein bar? Check the label, it's got 20 grams of sugar. Those crackers? Pure refined carbs with a tan color. That yogurt? 25 grams of sugar, and most of it's added. Food companies have gotten incredibly good at making processed foods seem healthy. They slap whole grain on the package. They add protein. They use words like natural and organic. And you buy it, literally and figuratively, because you're trying to do the right thing. The fix: if it comes in a package and has more than 5 ingredients, be suspicious. Real food doesn't need a health claim on the front. An apple doesn't say gluten-free because it's obviously gluten-free. Start reading labels. Better yet, eat more foods that don't have labels. Conclusion: the path forward. Look, if your blood sugar stayed high all year, it's not because you're lazy or undisciplined. It's because you were fighting an uphill battle with incomplete information. But now you know. You know about the breakfast trap. You know about stress and blood sugar. You know about the sitting problem, the sleep crisis, and the healthy food lies. So here's my challenge for you going into the new year: pick one of these things. Just one. Maybe it's changing your breakfast. Maybe it's setting that hourly movement timer. Maybe it's finally prioritizing sleep. Change one thing, and watch what happens to your numbers. Then add the next thing. And the next. Your blood sugar doesn't have to stay high. This year can be different. But only if you start doing things differently. Which one of these are you going to tackle first? Drop a comment and let me know. And if this helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Their blood sugar will thank you. Remember, your blood sugar is feedback, not failure. Listen to it, adjust, and keep going. You've got this. Like, share, and subscribe for daily updates. I create helpful wellness videos every day for you. Thanks for connecting. Stay healthy, stay happy.